You may remember on June 17th that French President Emmanuel Macron invited our American President Donald Trump to a candlelight supper in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. Now that's a very seductive environment for a megalomaniac. The dinner was prepared by French chef Alain Ducasse, and it included lobster and, of course, a pintade, which is guinea hen. And, of course, the gold leaf was flickering in the candlelight. And it was at this moment that Macron slyly goaded Trump to sign this famous memorandum to end the Iran war. Backing up for just a moment, France has offered counsel before with American foreign policy, as they did during the Iran war. The then Prime Minister Dominique de Villepin warned W that he was going to get himself into a mess from which he could not extract American forces. And of course that happened. But the backlash was that there was an outrage on Capitol Hill, and they took French fries off the menu at the Capitol Grill. Now, fast forwarding back to Iran and Trump's mess, he does realize when he gets himself into trouble, and he is very quick to withdraw, as he did from the dressing room where E. Jean Carroll was changing clothes at Bergdorf Goodman in New York. In his defense, I should say that President Trump was distracted by American domestic policy. He had grave matters on his mind. Foremost was how he could inject silicone into the Statue of Liberty to increase her cleavage. Secondly, he was trying to find a way to blast George Washington off of Mount Rushmore to make room for himself. He's for years imagined that his effigy belongs there. So it isn't surprising that it was the right moment for Emmanuel Macron to goad him into signing a second Versailles Treaty. The president would not have known the catastrophe of the first one that ended World War I, only to provide fuel to start World War II. So it came to Trump's attention that the poll numbers were falling, gas was soaring, and so forth and so on. So he wanted to get himself out of his Iran mess. And he came up with this memorandum that gave the world to Iran, and it even caused Republicans to question what the heck the war was for if you didn't accomplish anything. One of those critics was the late, unlamented senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham. He got his tail feathers all ruffled, but then again, by afternoon, he'd gone back to being Trump's bitch. Trump has now decided that there's no longer a ceasefire, if there really ever was one, and so the war is back on full steam, and now he thinks he'd like to charge 20% toll for getting ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Well, of course, that's just a pipe dream, because he doesn't even control the Strait of Hormuz and could not do it to this point, bombing the hell out of everybody. I don't know. I think he thinks that he can set up toll booths like the New Jersey Turnpike and get everybody to give money as they pass through, unlikely as that is to happen. In any event, this new policy directly contradicts what Marco Rubio just said. No country had the right to take tolls, and that any thought of that was just never going to happen. Meanwhile, we have Pentagon Pete over trying to hide his own dirty laundry and being of no service to the president whatsoever. So here we have a war without end going on, and the American government run by a set of clowns.